going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a brand new video here on the channel today, guys. You probably have noticed that my audio is not in sync with the video. Well, because I don't know what the hell happened. I went to edit the video and then I started to sound like, in the whole video I sound like don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. It is super annoying, super frustrating. So we are back with a post-race commentary episode for the first time in F1 25. Yeah, we're just gonna go through it here as we see it. We had, we're talking about, at the moment, the previous episode, the pre-season episode, and the previous race. So, yeah, pre-season episode, you'll know about that. We're Apex GP now. Oscar Piastri and Max Verstappen are our drivers, as you're going to see right there. There you go. In our last actual race, we were at Abu Dhabi, and what happened there? I believe, yes, we got a second with Antonelli, and now Antonelli departs. He's at Ferrari now. He's with because we have Max Verstappen, who has left Red Bull Racing, and now I'm going to play around with the numbers a little bit because I forgot to earlier. Oh my god, I'm actually so tired because I was so frustrated and I got no sleep last night. Bad day for that headache to come around, that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, you can see me playing around with the number fonts. I ended up picking up with this one. We'll change the colors and all that. I probably should cut this in more editing, but I don't know. I don't even know. I am just tired. I want to get this video done. I'm frustrated. Super frustrated, man. I don't even know what to say. I just want to get this commentary done and get out of here. That's literally my main thing right now, is I just want to get this commentary done and get out of here. I'm sorry that you guys have to deal with me. I am just super frustrated, super exhausted, and ready to move on with my life. But oh well, is what it is. As you can see, we do pick this number font, have to edit the colors again. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. I think it could look better, but I mean, we'll take it for what it is for now. I mean, I like the black, white, and gold for this car. I mean, it is the colors of the Apex GP car from the movie, so it does look very clean, very sharp, and very nice. And yeah, we're going to get ready to head into this race weekend, where it is Oscar Piastri's home weekend. Home race for Oscar Piastri. We're going to pick him. I really wanted to take Max Verstappen, but we're at Suzuka next time out. So we'll take Max at the Japanese Grand Prix. So, Oscar Piastri will be the man of the hour at his home Grand Prix. For us, that's the man we will drive as. Let's get right into this race, man. Let's see just what we can do here at the Aussie GP.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. It's a combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners, making it a very tricky track when it comes to overtaking. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Pierre Gasly lines up on pole position, and a very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Albon, Piastri, Lando Norris, and Antonelli, Tsunoda, Leclerc, Ocon, and Paul Aron, Hadjar, Verstappen, Pepe Marti, Fittipaldi, Lawson, Russell, Zane Maloney, and Dennis Hauger. Doohan, Stroll, Behrman, and Zach O'Sullivan rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Well, there you go. That is your starting grid, guys. We are going to be going on a soft to medium tire strategy. I was talking here about I'm expecting them to call me in a few laps earlier than what they currently anticipated. me at. I figured we'd come in at like lap 8 or lap 7 on this strategy. So I'm like, okay, you know what? It is what it is. When you max out the FOM car, the tires and everything, with the pressures you're able to put on them, it tends to wear the tire more. So you end up making earlier pit stops, especially on the softs, I find. So we're going to do we're probably going to come in a lap or two earlier than what it says. But oh well, it is what it is. That is our Australian Grand Prix ready to go. And let's get right into the race, guys. So boom, 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 boom. You're going to see me head out for the formation lap a little bit. Here we go to 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go here at the Australian Grand Prix. We don't get a good start. A lot of wheel spin. Gasly jumps in front of Carlos Sainz, clear for the lead. We make a dive down the inside of Alex Albon into turn 1. We're drag racing with the McLaren out of turn 2. It is clear for the Apex GP. We are into 3rd place. Thought about the dive bomb there on Carlos Sainz. Lock it up in thinking about it too much, but we're into P3. It's a position gain on the start. We will take it considering the wheel spin that we had on the start wasn't ideal for us. This is one of my favorite corners on the track, man. You're able to gain so much time on the AI through there. We go around the outside of Carlos Sainz in the Red Bull Porsche. And yeah, get on that overtake. Clear Sainz for 2nd place. We're up into the silver podium position. Sainz has a look around the outside into the sharp hairpin section. That quick left right-hander. And we are clear of the Red Bull Porsche. And now we are free to hunt down the real-life Miami liveried Ferrari of Pierre Gasly leading the race. Antonelli was currently setting P6. So a great start for the Ferrari driver, as we're going to take a look back here at the start of the race to see what happened here with all the action throughout the field. You mainly see the front because it's kind of what the broadcast is like, trying to include these more and more in my videos, but you can see the poor start that we had. Gasly cleared for the lead. We dived down the inside of Alex Albon. It was lucky that he gave me the room. We drag raced with him down the straightaway, as you've seen earlier. We're going to clear the McLaren into turn 3. It was a beautiful overtake. You can see the lockup there in the turn 3, though. They'll probably have a flat spot on my tires. We're going to feel that later in the race, most likely. But we are clear and into the lead, beating out both McLarens on the start. That is lovely. As you can see there, we go around the outside of Carlos Sainz, and we're going to hunt our move here on Pierre Gasly. All right, let's see how we decide to do this. Honestly, in my game plan in this moment, I was thinking to myself, I'm just going to ride behind Pierre, and I'm going to save up my overtake, hopefully get the DRS gap. You'll understand what happens here very shortly. I probably should have got off the overtake here, to be honest. I just wasn't thinking. I didn't get off it early enough. But I mean, Gasly braked early and left the space, and it just kind of happened. I didn't even mean to make the overtake. We just kind of did. But chances are Albon was going to get back to our DRS train either way. But yeah, we cleared Pierre Gasly for the lead, and we were smooth sailing from there. But here's later in lap 3. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here. Okay, we take the left-right fairly decently. Oh yes, this is the DNF. So back in the back of the field here a little bit. This actually happened right in front of my teammate that we're going to see later in the replay. We got a little wide onto the gravel there, but Esteban Ocon was out of the race. That's a horrible blow for the Haas driver, being out on lap 3 of this new race in the new season. We were able to pull away a little bit and yeah, keep extending our advantage, hold on to the lead for another lap. We'll quickly have a look back here at Esteban Ocon very shortly, but Gasly made a dive down the inside into turn 1. We just stayed on the gas and held it through, forced him to back out. That helps us keep the lead for another lap and another few sets of corners. But yeah, we continue to hold down the lead here at the Australian Grand Prix. We go a little wide there, but here's what happened to Esteban Ocon in the Haas. Going along, he's heading into that quick right-hander and blows up right in front of my teammate Max Verstappen. Pulls off the racing line, and there's contact with the Williams. I believe that was Paul Aaron. Yes, it was. Esteban Ocon, unfortunately, has to pull up, and that is the end of the day for the Haas driver in front of the American Express billboard. That is very unfortunate luck for the Haas driver of Esteban Ocon. I'm going to take a sip of water because I've been talking for like 7 minutes straight. A little bit of hydration. very real-esque commentary here. No filter here today. There's Pierre Gasly, who overtook us in the turn 1 here on lap 5. A little bit of wheel spin there from Gasly through that quick left-right-hander. That's one thing I like about the Australian, man, is there's always quick, fast turns, and I think that's what makes the AI good around here. But there's some corners like that that just really help me get better than these guys here. And I mean, the sharp hairpins too. Turn 1, I like. Turn 3 is pretty decent. So, and here's where the strategy came into play. So this was the point where I was like, okay, they're going to call me in a few laps early. Perfect. So the call was to come in on lap 7. We took it. We accepted it. Fox confirmed. Lap 7, I will be entering the pits. Alex Albon made a move up the inside. I tried to make room for him and put my left side tires on the apex, trying to give Albon the room and the space to get around the outside. But as you can see, we're coming on the lap 7. More wheel spin out of Gasly, so you can tell he's feeling the tire deg up there. It is Fox confirmed. Fox. We're coming in this lap as we chase after the Ferrari of Gasly. Little bit of a cheap shot through that apex, but oh well, is what it is. Pierre Gasly is still the man up ahead. Can we catch the Ferrari driver? I mean, I'm probably not going to worry about it this lap. I mean, on the in lap, I just kind of want to stay behind them, keep the pace up, and set us up to maybe get the undercut on the Ferrari of Gasly. That's basically what I'm thinking at this point. Dip our tires into the grass once again, and turn 6, I believe that is. No, turn 7. I don't know, man. So many damn corners. As you can see here, we enter the pit on lap 7, and it is time for our pit crew to do their job. Can the pit crew get the job done? We will see and do business if we can. Boom, optimal stop. Lovely stuff. Pit crew do their job. That is exactly what we needed from the pit crew. We are back out on track, and have a look at this. Why is George Russell running all the way back here, man? I do not know. The Mercedes from Russell's part of the garage. Awful today. I don't know if he just got damaged on the start, had a bad qualifying. Well, he did have a bad qualifying. He qualified like 16th. So, yeah, don't ask me what was going on with Russell, though. I think that's a question for him. As you see Zane Maloney pit here on lap 9, you will see that Gasly and Lando Norris are in the pits. We're able to undercut them. They're not even back out on the track yet as we fly by the pit lane exit. And that is going to give us over 3 seconds of an advantage once it all cycles out here. Dennis Hauger and the new Alpine Renault was able to keep Gasly behind for a little bit as well. So that helped me create a buffer and create a gap to the cars behind. Yeah, it was definitely a bonus to have that, man. I mean, it's half a luxury when you get stuff like that these days. But yeah, that part of the gap ahead, which was Ollie Behrman, was 1.7 seconds. It says 1.3. I don't know what Mark is talking about fully. Yeah, I wish I could just have the in-race commentary, but unfortunately my microphone had other ideas.
Max is in the pits.
Max was in the pits that time around too. I don't know if Max started on the soft or the medium, but those guys who, I thought all the guys who started on mediums would go to soft. They actually went to the hard tire later in the race, so that really made things interesting as the race went on. But yeah, we had just another chance to break away. Gasly, once he got ahead of Hauger, put a second on me, so I was like, okay, maybe, I guess I got to get ahead of Enzo Fittipaldi. Maybe he stays out for another lap or two if we're lucky, clear that Audi and get going. But as it stands, we are currently sitting 1.8 seconds behind Pierre Gasly in the Ferrari. So this was my time to shine right now. This was the opportunity for me to stand on business and create a really, really big chance for myself. We come up here on the back of Enzo Fittipaldi, who's probably going to come in this time by. We make a move to the inside. Don't ask me what he was doing here, trying to defend the inside on a car he's not even racing. That really pissed me off in the moment. But got underneath Hauger, and on lap 15, that's when Pierre Gasly caught up to the back of us. We let him go around the outside. I just didn't have the momentum to keep up where he had the overtake in the DRS. And at this point, we hit the wall there a little bit. No front wing damage somehow. But at this point, all that's going through my mind is, we are going to sit behind Pierre Gasly, and he slid his tires again, man. He loves to slide his tires at a turn 3 every single time, but I don't know if he's just too trigger happy on the throttle or what, but that's kind of the story of Pierre Gasly's day, as we are currently sitting behind the Frenchman. My game plan here at this point, honestly, I was just thinking, I'm going to save up that overtake as much as I physically can, and I'm going to save this overtake for the last lap. I know I have the speed here at Australia, and Melbourne especially, to keep up with the back of the Ferrari. So I was like, okay, I'm just not going to lose that DRS. I am just going to stick behind Gasly and try and set it up. I talk about it a little more here in the moment, but I was just like, okay, how do we set this move up on young Pierre Gasly? I was thinking probably out of that fast right-hander that I love, and through that previous DRS zone before the fast left right-hander. That's where I was thinking to set up the move. But anyways, we will soon transition here to the final lap of the race. But yeah, as you can see, it is basically me, Gasly, and Norris battling out for this win. The two current McLaren teammates in real life, plus the main man leading that Alpine team, are currently leading this race. God knows who Alpine's driver will be when this video actually comes out. I'm recording this in like beginning of September. Like it was Monza practice day today. But anyways, final lap of this race is here and underway. We are going to hunt down Pierre Gasly with all my might and all the ability that I can. We're going to save that overtake. We got 75% of battery entering turn 3. It's going to be up to 80%. And as you can see, here comes our favorite section of the track. Watch the momentum we gain through here. We hit that apex beautifully. We used all the track to our advantage. And here comes the Apex GP car. I gotta say, one little thing that bugs me is it has the little Mercedes logo on the halo. We have a Ferrari powered engine, so that's gonna bug me a little bit. As we go down the inside on the left-hander, we are clear of Pierre Gasly on the final lap. It is a last lap overtake for the home hero of Oscar Piastri. Heading into the right-hander. Final sector to go. What can we do? Can we hold on to this win? It is a massive move on the final lap to get Oscar Piastri in the lead. 1.3 seconds back to Pierre Gasly behind. It is a massive, massive moment. And through the final corner, we are going to do it. Oscar Piastri is going to win his home race and win race 1 of the season for Apex GP.
Congratulations, well done.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Thanks for the coordination.
What a great win. Even driver of the day as well. What a race. What a drive from Oscar Piastri.
As he takes the checkered flag and wins.
Yeah, you got that right, Crofty.
And to get a victory at the first race of the season, this might be a sign of things to come. One thing's for sure is that this performance will be giving the team and the driver relief and confidence going into the rest of the season.
Yeah, it definitely will. It definitely will. We just got to get Verstappen finishing better, and then we will see where we can go from here. Yeah, there we go. That guy, I was mentioning here, that guy in the suit, that looked like Carl Edwards, and then his skin suddenly changed to black. I'm like, what? When did Carl Edwards become like half Indian, half black? I don't know. But buddies, the whole reset of whoever was there in the suit changed. I'm like, what the hell? That really threw me off. But anyway, the home hero, Oscar Piastri, takes the checkered flag here for Expensify Apex GP at the top of the F1 podium. Oh, you love to see it. Spray those champagne bottles. Cheers to that. And as you can see, here are our finishing results. Oscar Piastri, as ourselves, getting the win. We finally won the Australian Grand Prix in this game. Thank God. Gasly and Norris rounded out in P2 and P3, clinching the podium spots. And it's Alex Albon, Kimi Antonelli, Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Paul Aaron in the Williams after that contact with Ocon, Max Verstappen, Yuki Tsunoda, Liam Lawson, Zach O'Sullivan, Josep Maria Marti, Enzo Fittipaldi, Isaac Hadjar, Oliver Behrman, Lance Stroll, Jack Doohan, Zane Maloney, George Russell, Dennis Hauger, and Esteban Ocon, your lone DNF of the day. The championship standings are as follows. We lead the Drivers' Championship with Oscar Piastri in the Apex GP car. Gasly, Norris, Albon, Antonelli behind. It's how the results finished. And here's the constructor standings, man. Have a look at this. Tied with McLaren, 1 point behind Ferrari. We've got a 3-horse race for the Constructors' Championship this year. Hopefully that keeps up for the rest of this year, man, because it is going to be an amazing battle for the rest of the year if we can keep that up. But yeah, Oscar Piastri, top of the drivers' points, tied for second in the Constructors' Championship, 1 point off top. Really, really, really happy with our first weekend of racing. Cannot complain. Obviously, there's work to do in the Verstappen side of the garage. I mean, it's his first time driving a non-Red Bull-powered car in God knows however long. So there's work to be done. But fortunately for us, we get to take the wheel of Verstappen in Suzuka in the next episode. It's going to be a banger in Suzuka. I really hope my audio fixes itself for then, because we could really use that. But hey, man, what more can you say? What more can you say? We are going to have a fun race in Suzuka. And hopefully my audio equipment decides to work for that. Hopefully my audio equipment decides to work for the Lewis Hamilton career mode I record on Wednesday. I believe we are in Zandvoort for that one, ironically enough, as we're driving as Verstappen in the next My Team race. But damn. Yeah, the boys are really coming along in My Team career mode. We got a 97 and a 95 overall driver at the helm of our team. But Suzuka will be the next race out. But guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn those notifications on if you haven't already, so you never miss a future upload of these videos. And don't forget to join the Patreon and the Twitch. Follow all my social medias. Links are in the description. I'm going to try to see if I can do the outro in sync with when I originally recorded this, and now it sounded like a mouse. But until then, guys, take care, and peace!